Never work on the hands. What do I mean?
Don't worry about this, they're gonna do what they do, I gotta get my body where it needs to be.
You train your basics so that your hands know what to do. If you train your basics, your hands will know what to do and you won't have to think about them. Then you can think about your footwork and body positioning in the fight. Because if you're thinking about strategic positioning and your hands know what to do, you're not going to think block, hit, block, hit. You're just thinking get to the rear corner, get to the side, sidestep, dodge, right? You're thinking about what your positioning is and you're letting your hands fight for you. That's the idea of Mushin, no mind.
So
You train the thing that you don't have to think about, so you don't have to think about it. And then you just have to worry about the strategic placement of the fight. Like when you're playing chess, you don't know what goes on when my pawn takes your pawn. He could be doing like an ankle kick followed by an elbow. He could be doing a roundhouse kick followed by a spinning side kick. He could be doing elbow, elbow. He could be shooting you. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Why? I'm the strategist, not the tactician. I'm the strategist, not the foot soldier. Be that way in a fight. Let your hands be the foot soldier. You don't micromanage them. You let your muscle memory, your neural connections do that. You let their immediate supervisor do the commanding in the trenches. And even he's not telling you, all right, now, soldier, squeeze the trigger. Point at the bad guy and squeeze the trigger, right? He's saying, take out those machine gunners, right? He's saying, lay down, suppress, and fire so we can take that next position. He's worried about how do I get to the thing my strategist, my general, my whatever told me to do. What does that all mean? What am I saying? I train to the point where I can take myself out of the hands. I take myself out of the fight. And I'm the strategist. And I tell myself, and the only thing my body is allowed to do is take that position. I go take that position. That's all my body can do because I'm the strategist. My body's my army, and it has to follow my orders. Unless I break down and I go black, and my OODA loop's screwed up, and I freeze. So unless I freeze, I follow my strategist. My strategist is me when I take myself out of the fight, when I train my body to do what it needs to do what I'm telling it to do. And then my training, my drills, the boring stuff that we do over and over and over again, that becomes my lieutenants. That becomes my unit commanders, right? It's the one in charge of the small group of people doing the business, right? And then what happens if they attack me while I'm attacking them? Well, guess what? Muscle memory takes care of that. I'm going to cover what I need to cover. That's the unit's job. That's these jobs. That's the tactician's job. You train tactics in training, in drills. That's what that is. That's you drilling the tactics, and then you can focus on strategy in a fight. That's the idea of Mushin, no mind. All your body's allowed to do is the thing you're telling it to do. And you don't have to think about the rest because you've trained it well enough to. That's what when people talk about fight IQ, that's what they mean. Your fight IQ is what you've trained to the point where you can do it when you need to do it.
I'm David Sleeper from Most Sleeper Tactical. Join me as I seek to equip myself and others to fight the good fight and finish the race well through fighting skills, weapon skills, and an unrelenting dedication to truth.